haven't. Now, Dre, I wanted to ask you, as far as the crowd levels go and the
Yeah.
attendance, would you say that they were decent as far as in Knott's Berry than at Disneyland, where you could say, okay, I can understand why Disneyland has the reservation system because they're trying to,
Right.
hit a certain capacity. Do they have that same issue with Knott's where you could just, as you said, you just get a ticket and walk in?
Right, that's a great question. I was actually worried about that myself. Now, keep in mind we haven't been able to go on like the peak big days like Saturdays or Sundays. We've only been able to hit a couple of Fridays. But from our observation from when we walked in, I was worried that like the ride lines times are going to be just out the wazoo and they're just going to pack them in as full as they can. But honestly, they were extremely reasonable. I mean, the walkways. Yes, I mean, there's people in them, obviously, but not nearly as congested as what I experienced at Disneyland even a couple days prior on like a Wednesday. On Wednesday at Disneyland, I mean, it was packed, right? What's really strange, and we'll get into maybe why that is. The walkways at Disneyland are packed right now, but the rides really aren't. Wait times are actually, at least pre-Genie Plus, were actually quite reasonable. Considering how everybody's in that walkway, whereas not room to breathe, everybody's walking around having a good time, and the ride wait times, I mean, they averaged, God, I think like anywhere from 5 minutes to maybe 15 minutes at the longest. It really is pleasant, a lot more than you might expect for the level of access that people have to Knott's and the value that they're providing. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I think that there is something to be said though. Like the demand is definitely a huge sticking point, I think, with the decision making of both companies. Like, Disney obviously just it's an elephant in the room. It's a monster. Disney is a worldwide. People from India know what Disneyland is. People from a lot of people, even from your home state of Arizona, probably don't even know what Knott's is.
That's true.
There's a huge demand gap there.
Yeah.
I kind of, look, anytime you have a place or a product that has a lot of demand, there's going to be a level of kind of inconvenience, so to speak, with that product. Like, I love, as a Southern Californian, and Dre, since you're out here in Southern California, I hope you hit it up. In-N-Out Burger, baby. In-N-Out Burger.
Absolutely. We hit it up. I think it was the first night that we were here. Are you kidding me? You got to hit up In-N-Out. Now, we have them in Arizona, but that meat's just a little bit nicer over here. It's just a little bit fresher.
Yeah, In-N-Out has a huge demand here in California. Huge demand. Yeah. And so when you go to an In-N-Out Burger, if you're driving through an In-N-Out Burger, the car line for In-N-Out extends sometimes like a block. And it's blocking like even the driveways to other shopping centers and things like that. The demand is so high. So there's like a hassle that sort of comes with the demand, right? If you want the great In-N-Out Burger and the product they give you, the hassle is you got to wait in a 15-car line to get that burger.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I head over to Carl's Jr.
Carl Jr. makes a reference.
Yes, shout out to Carl, baby. Hey, sponsor Disney Family 23, Carl Jr. Because the man goes to you quite a bit. I reach out to him, man. Marketing department, Carl Jr. Reach out to George. No, but
exactly.
But In-N-Out Burger, like the demand is so high, so there's a level of hassle that comes along with that demand. I think that's kind of built into the equation when it comes to Disney as well. I think it's sort of like, because of the demand, there's always going to be that level, that threshold of a hassle, because everybody wants to be there. We're not, while a charming, incredible regional park, just doesn't have that same demand. So they have a little more. It really is. Look, the demand is really the gift and the curse, because Knott's has more freedom, so to speak, to sort of like you don't have that to worry about like the massive wait times and things like that because it isn't like an international draw. So yeah, that is an issue, and I think Disney does have to react differently than a Knott's would, even.
Yeah,
but like when you're spending money. Like you and your family, you guys bought the annual passes.
Yeah.
Hey, like for you as a consumer though, like you guys are winning big because like you're spending a little bit. You're not waiting in any fucking line, right? You're going, like everything works out as a consumer for you. It works out perfectly,
Yeah.